Okay, so we're going to learn the basics of how to use the Canon XF100. So first thing you're going to do is take it out of the bag and we're going to put the battery on. Okay, so battery looks like this. You have these metal slots on the battery, those face down, and the top edge here lines up with the top of the opening right here. Okay, and we're just going to slide it in like so and then go down and it locks into place just like that. And in order to release the battery, there's this button right here. You just push it in, boom, and then pull the battery up and out. Okay, so really simple. All right, second thing you're gonna want to do is take the lens cap off. Do that. And then flip open the viewfinder right here. Okay, and we'll turn the camera on so you can see these buttons right here. So you've got camera off and media. Media is like the VCR mode, it's the playback mode. We're gonna put it on the camera. Okay, so now got an image. Okay, so now we have the camera on and the battery's in, lens cap is off, and you guys have flash cards, and that's how this camera's recording media. So we need to understand those flash cards, how to take them in and out. You can take them in and out while the camera's on. Now, the thing I want you to see here is that there's these compartments here. Okay, and see this little switch right here? Just go boom, and I open it up. Okay, and I can boom, push that in and out, and then push it again, and the card comes out. The key here is that the sticker that says what kind of card it is, like the original sticker that comes on it, is facing up. So you can see this little picture. It says CF. It's like it kind of matches the sticker there. If there's another sticker, it's, you know, the added sticker that's just to label the card. But we want the sort of factory sticker to be up like the picture, and it inserts like this. Okay, boom, like that, and you can feel it sort of get a little tight. So again, you push this button until it pops out, push it again, pull it out, okay, and that's how you put it in. If you put it in the wrong way, okay, it'll go in part way and then it'll get stuck. And if you try to force that in, you can ruin not just the card but the camera. So if the card's not going in easily, just stop, don't force it in. Okay, it should go in very nice and easy till the very end, and then it should just be like just a nice snug little fit right there. Okay, the cards are now loaded. Once you have removed the cards and put them back in, now you need to format them. So lots of times students don't delete their footage after they use the cameras, so you're going to go over here to the menu section and press the menu. Okay, and then you're going to use this little joystick right here, and you're going to go down to the other functions button, which is like the little wrench right there. You see that? You're going to go over, and then you're going to hold it down and scroll all the way down to the very bottom. Actually, second from bottom, it says initialize media. So then you press over, okay, and there's the two cards. Okay, there's CFA and CFB. You go to each card, CFA, press in on the joystick. This will erase all the data on the card. Initialize, go over to OK, press it. It's initializing, boom, that was successful. Okay, and then we go to card B, press it. Yes, initialize. People also refer to this as formatting the card. Okay, so there we go. Turn the menu off. Okay, so now that the cards are cleared and clean, we are ready to go through some of the functions. This is the gain talking about the gain is an electronic way to boost the luminosity, but it introduces white noise into the image, so it reduces the quality of the image. If you see, this is what I'm looking at right down here. See this right here? That's the gain. If I press the button again, it's going to go to M6 all the way up to H12, it's high, and then auto. Okay. It's also worth mentioning that you don't just have these simple options between auto, low, medium, and high. You can actually go into the menu and go over to gain, okay, and say pick high. You can actually go to this fine-tuning section and you can adjust from there, so you can get some extra, adjustment there. Okay, so changing the shutter speed is it's actually going to affect how bright you can get your picture. It also affects how blurry things will be as they move back and forth in front of the lens. So let's look at the functions first. Okay, so first you're going to go into menu here, and then you're going to go from the when the camera is orange, in the camera you'll push over and go into the menu, and you'll go down to the shutter. You click on that, and then you actually want to click on speed. So you go down to speed, and then click on that, and then you can leave that menu. Okay, and then you're going to come over here and you're actually going to push the shutter button. And when you push the shutter button, you'll see that this becomes orange. So if I push it again, you see it's off. Push it, it's on, off. You actually have to push it twice, and then it highlights orange. Once it's highlighted orange, you actually use this little joystick right here to change the shutter speed. So you'll see I'm actually I've got it at 250, 250th of a second. So now it's at 1/500th of a second. So it's getting darker. But the thing is, with my hand moving in front of the screen, you can see, even as I wipe my hand across, you can see all of my fingers very clearly because the shutter speed is higher. So it lets in less light, but it makes for a crisper images when they're moving back and forth across the screen. So once you're happy with it, I'm actually going to set this at 75, and I press set. Okay, and once you've adjusted the shutter speed, we're going to adjust the iris, which is the aperture or the f-stop. Okay. So now over here we have the iris. Okay, and that is the aperture. So that's directly going to change the f-stop. So again, if I push that button, you'll see it's going to move between auto and manual. My f-stop's at a 1.8, if you can see right down here. It's at a 1.8 right now. Okay, and I can use the focus ring. And if I put it up, you'll see the larger the number is, the smaller the aperture hole. Okay, and the iris is actually tightening and making a smaller aperture hole. And when you open it up, it's bigger. But the trick is that the bigger aperture equals a smaller number. So if I open it up, it's a smaller number, It's a bigger opening and it lets more light in, so the picture is brighter. Okay, and you're going to use those two functions, the shutter and the aperture or the iris, measured by the f-stop, to control your light and to make a pleasing image. The only other thing that I want to cover here is the white balance. So this button right here, whenever you change locations or in a different, you move to different light, okay, and there's like different light in the room, you want to do a white balance. And you can do a white balance simply by, pointing the camera. You can do a white balance simply by pointing the camera at a white wall, for example. This wall is not entirely white, but I'm just going to use it. Zoom in till the whole frame is covered in white. Okay, and then you'll just press the white balance button like that. Okay, and that will white balance the camera. All right, so once you're done with that, remember you need to move your switch over here on the right behind the focus ring. You just move that switch back to focus so that when you're actually using the camera, this ring will actually focus for you. Here you have your zoom operation, okay, and you start and stop recording either right here on the top of the camera or here. You press it once to start recording, press it again to stop recording.